Hello everybody, and welcome back to some SkyT. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, last episode, we got together and we got our dimensional miner set up. And I had said that I was probably going to, off camera, set up some more. That way I didn't have to sit and wait. I set them to craft while I ate supper last night, set them up when I went to bed, and boom, we've got a bunch of stuff, which is good. We're going to work today towards getting all of this processed. We've got a couple things that we got to do before we can get into our Draconic Evolution stuff, which is our next chapter. If we come in here and look, our Draconium core, we need the living armor, so we're going to have to go back into blood magic. So we've got to that. And to get any further for the fusion crafting core, we've got all the stuff for it now. And for the wyvern core, we've got to get into the thorium gears. And then not only that, for the to get the draconium ingots, we've got to get the blast furnace. So, yeah, that's kind of where we are for the moment. So today, we are going to make our way through the ore centrifuge, the blast furnace, maybe the alloy smelter. Both of these we've got to do. So we may, just go ahead and finish this off. This guy here, the components assembler, we've got to make it, but it does not have a use for it just yet. So we may finish off this chapter of the pack, and we're also going to go ahead and finish off, I talked about it, doing it last episode, and I didn't. But finishing off our FTD contraptions part, because today we're going to need our advanced macerator as it is, or we're going to need a macerator. If we go in here and look, I was checking our fluids. Our fluids are all running fine except for the bioethanol. This is our holdup, and I could speed it up a lot more if we had. What are we missing? It's got seed oil. Are we out of sticks? Holy crap, we're out of sticks. It's run through all of them sticks. So that's what it's, yeah. But anyways, if we come in here and look, we're at 3,400 mixed fuel. So that's 3,400 or 34 blocks. 3,400 blocks. I don't know the math. It's a bunch of the mixed fuel blocks. We're good to go. We've got a whole bunch of Veydtech that's still running. Everything else is running fine. It's just that one that, if I really needed it to, we could fix it. We could just set up a recipe for some sticks and be done with it. But we've dealt with sticks since the beginning of this pack. I don't want to deal with them anymore. So, but anyways, so if we come back over here and look at recipes for these guys, every one of them has to be run through a macerator before we can do anything with. And then from there, they get run through either the ore centrifuge to get into the other type stuff, or it just gets run through the advanced blast furnace for that. That's a lot of dang power. We're probably going to have to do some more power work, which is fine. We're generating, if we go home right quick, it's over here. We're generating 21.1, and we're using 11, so we've got 10 million to play with. And it's also, we're not even touching all the deuterium and tritium, so we can set up another thing of that. But anyways, we're getting sidetracked here. Anyways, so first things first is we need to make our macerators. Now, I've got this set up. We have the recipe. We've already got that for the recipe. So I'm going to get 6 of the macerators. We've got everything we need for it. It's going to take a minute because it's got to make all the stuff. So let's get that going. Alright, so we've got our advanced macerators. If we go in here, that quest is now complete. And like I said, we're going to go ahead and look at finishing up the rest of these quests. So we should have a centrifuge in here somewhere. Canning machine, compressor. This guy right here. We need some more of these guys. And we can go ahead and get that guy going. Alright, so both of those are now done. There is our advanced centrifuge. That can just go up. We don't need it anymore. That quest is now complete. We need the EV battery box, which we should be able to do everything for it. Alright, we've got everything for it. So one thing right quick that I have noticed. The slowest part of crafting these advanced machine blocks, I've been trying to figure it out, and it is our FTB stuff back here. It's not very fast. We've only got a couple of overclockers in each one, so this is way beyond done. If we go in here and look, I said we needed 1,500. We've got 15,000. So once we get all this done and get started into our processing of stuff, we're going to be speeding these all up. We'll hook them up to the good solar panel, and we'll take care of that. But that quest is now complete, and the only thing we have left now is our nuclear reactor. Now, this guy is not that bad as far as making power. You can generate a little bit of power. You can generate a whole bunch of power. We can get rid of all of this stuff. Mixed fuel block can go away. Veydtech can go away. But it's one of those things of I hate using it. You got to get it set up just right, and if you get it set up right, it can generate more power than what we're generating with these guys. But it's also one of those things that if it's not done right, it can blow up. You have to deal with radiation and processing uranium and all that stuff, and it's unless there's a reason for doing it, I usually try to stay away from it. So, we're going to go ahead and just make these guys up. So, for the reactor, we should be able to... I can't do it that way. But we can do it pretty easily enough. So, I'm going to need a Supreme Machine frame. Let's go ahead and get that going. We're going to need some diamond gears. We are going to need some netherite and a nether star. There's that guy. Let's craft up 2 of these guys. It should be pretty quick. Netherite, 2 of those. And we're up to 28,000 nether stars. And we could probably do a whole bunch more than that if we run all of our other pieces through. Wait, that's not where I wanted to go. We've got to go down. So this guy, we want that, those, that, and that. And then for the nuclear reactor chambers, we've got recipes for the dense copper plates. We've got recipes for the advanced machine frame. I may just go ahead and do the reactor plating, a recipe for it, just to make this part of this a little bit easier. Like I said, I don't think we have any reason for setting all this up. So, like I said, we do have more space. I did set us up a couple of more... Oh, that's not what I wanted. I did set us up a few more spaces or molecular assemblers for what we need to do. So I need 6 of these guys. That's ready to go. Alright, so we should have everything we need now to finish this. So there is our reactor chambers. That is going to give us the task complete for that. And then we're just going to throw that back in there and use them. We need one more. I can't count. I thought the 6 would be enough. Alright, so there we go. Nuclear reactor. That should. Everything's complete. Beautiful. And we can complete that quest. That gives us some more uranium. And we're ready to go on about our business for the rest of the day. So, our macerators. I had those somewhere. What did I do with them? They're right there. Beautiful. So let's get some entanglies. I'm going to need 4, 5, 6 of these. Where is there's our entangled wrench. These guys. Mechanism, we're going to need some pipes. We are going to come over here and steal a couple of these guys. And we'll grab the cabling. All right, let's get this all set up. Well, first problem that we're going to run into. We cannot set this up here because the solar panels don't work in the void. So we're going to have to set these up in the overworld somewhere. So, all right, we can do that. All right, so I'm in the process of getting everything set up. We've got our rainbow fluid going here. I don't know if I've showed this or not, but to do these, basically I'm just throwing in the capacity card. I've been putting these in order. I think it does put these into the mixer in the right order. I'm not sure. Everything just seems to be working. I've got this set up with no upgrade on it because we only need so many of these, and I don't want to wind up burning through all of our redstone and glowstone and ender pearls, making one of the fluids that we don't need. I do have this one set up with for the mixed nutrium. It's got one in it. It's being made with a bunch of stuff that we've got plenty of. Honey, nutritional paste, chocolate, sugar water, all this stuff we got loads of. So I'm not necessarily as concerned about that, but still, even with those, we only need a handful of the blocks for all of this. So now I've got to get a recipe set up for this stuff. We've got to do some more create, which is easy enough to do that. What am I doing here? That's not what I wanted. Or centrifuge. That's what we're working on. So we need to do that. So I'm going to have to get... that's tier 3. I don't think we've even got that far yet. We may have. Chromatic compound. Everything else is already set up to be automated anyways, so I need to check out imbued slates. This is something that we really need to I need to get figured out. Oh, and then I didn't even show the part about all this. I've cleaned all this up. I went through and made a handful of the EV solar panels. I got rid of all of our HV solar panels. This took forever to wait on, but I do have these guys are set up. They're running faster now, so it's making the parts a little bit quicker. We're making the advanced machine blocks a lot quicker now, but I got these guys set up all with just ME interfaces. That way we can output and input on one channel, and it's for some reason it won't output into the macerator. So I've just got pipes running the stuff into the macerator. It's keeping them full. We've got 2 of the EV solar panels, and they're running 5 overclockers. That's where I can keep them and still keep power in all these guys with what we've got right now. It's one of those things that if we started making more power, we could speed it up. But I think right now, if we go in here and look, we're running through the stuff pretty quick. So I'm not too concerned about that. So, but I do need to get recipes set up for our mixed nutrient, which uses a block of nickel, which we will have to get set up. I need some more patterns. So, block of nickel. How are we on nickel? Because I don't have a recipe for that. 48,000 we should, or 4,800, we should be good. And then we need the rainbow fluid that uses lutecrite, and I don't have a recipe for that set up yet. I do have a recipe for lutecrite set up already. Oh, because we're using it. So yeah, we've got all of that. We can go over here and I can figure out where the rest of these are. Some machine block. That would be that guy right there and that guy right there. Beautiful. Oh, and then I need to just throw this guy in here. Awesome. All right, so now as far as this guy goes, like I said, we've got everything else. I need to set up a recipe for that. We're going to have to set up a recipe for the centrifuge. We already have a recipe set up for that. I think that's all. This is all. Yeah, that's all stuff that we've got. So yeah, main thing right now is ultimate centrifuges. I need to get chromatic compound and imbued slates, at least a handful of them. Where are we at with our... Yeah, we're not even close to that yet. We've got a tier 2. We need tier 3. Alright, so I really have done just the bare minimum to get us what we need for these centrifuges. I would like to get this more automated, and we may do that when we get into Blood Magic. We're going to have to do Blood Magic before we get completely into Draconic Evolution. And I mean, we got to finish that chapter quest anyway. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. So, but for now, I've got the 8 that I need in order to do the to do what I need for our centrifuges that we're making. We're making 4 of them. So yeah, that's what I'm working on now, is getting all of these guys set up, and then we will go from there. I'll be back. Alright, so I've got our recipes set up here in our package holders. I think I've got everything ready to go, so now comes the part where we figure it all out. I do have these guys over here. I set up the chromatic compound just right here. I've got this with the pattern provider. It'll automatically put in a basin. I've got an item pipe set to push it back into the pattern provider, just so we don't have to worry about using an extra channel for it. And a whitelist set to chromatic compound. And it'll put all the items in, suck them right back out. I don't know if I've showed this or not. So with these blaze burners, I've been using straws. This is the greatest way ever of keeping these blaze burners going. We're using this lava here probably more than we've used this lava the entire time we've been playing, as all of these recipes that take the blaze are being used, or take a blaze burner, are using that lava. Of course, this one is using the superheated stuff. So, but yeah, we're ready to see if this is going to work. Custom machinery or centrifuge. We need 4 of them, and it's not. What are we missing? We're missing sticks, and we're missing leather. That's not good. Sticks I can take care of real easy. Sticks. That guy, that's a stick stack. We can just do that right there, and that gives us all the sticks. Wait, leather should be really easy for us to do too. Because we've got thermal, and there should be a recipe for redstone furnace. Easy peasy. And let's hope we've got enough room in our redstone furnace for this. We do. Beautiful. Alright, so now everything's ready to go. Let's see if this is going to work. Some ingredients couldn't be extracted from the network. 10. Why? What is... that's the second time this has happened to me. We've got plenty of 10. We've got a bunch of 10 there. What is going on? That's a compressing factory. Smelting factory. This should all be working. Why are you not wanting to work? I have no idea why it didn't want to work, but it's working now. Yeah, sometimes it just happens. Well, that took a minute to do, but 4 ore centrifuges got. We got a few quests to complete. Ore centrifuge, that's just going to give us some XP. Applied energistics, I was trying to make some stuff work, and that didn't help me none. And blood magic, we got the tier 3 altar and the imbued slate. So we're good there. So now, to get all these guys set up, we're going to take these guys... I mean, we could just throw them right here and be done with it. We got plenty of channels right here. I do need to chunk load this area, but we should be good to go. So that guy there, we're going to set these guys up basically the exact same way that we set up the others, or the macerators, just to automatically input, output, right back into the system. So let's get that all done. Alright, we are back. So I had to get a little bit creative with this. I mean, I could have done it other ways, but this probably is the simplest way. So we got our NME interfaces set up, getting our 4 dusts that we need to break down done to each one. These things are using, it's 1,000,000 FE a tick to do this, so we are up to using, I think it's 17 million RF a tick that we're using right now. So we're encroaching on our power. We're going to have to look at that, but this is working just fine. We've got these set to import, or being pulled out in the top and being pulled out in the bottom and putting into our system. So we should be, we're getting all of our other dust, which is exactly what we need. So I need to get recipes set up for some of this stuff. Like these guys, they have to be done into the the bigger dust forms. I think all of these do. Yes, so we need to get a packing die and another multi-servo press set up. This should be something that we should be able to keep just one recipe. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to need 2 of them. So I'm going to get those guys set up, and then we will take a look at the blast furnace. Like I said, this is going to be a little bit longer video, but I want to get all of this stuff done today so we can get done with our Veydtech stuff and move on about our business. Alright, so we are back. I am looking at getting ready to make our advanced blast furnace. This guy is going to take a little bit of work. Heat generator, easy enough. The advanced heat exchangers, we've got all of this stuff pretty much ready to go. I just have to make some recipes for it. The extreme forge, I've got recipes for. These guys, the only thing I don't have is the Enderium plates, but none of this stuff is real hard. We've got most of the stuff ready to go. The hardest part of this is going to be the heat engines, which we had some incomplete heat engines left from doing this guy. So I just set up a quick, fast, and in a hurry thing for it and finished it up. They take its cogwheels, large cogwheels, zinc, copper nuggets. I set all this up just to do this the easy way. We got the 18 that we need. Well, we're going to need it's for both the advanced blast furnace and the alloy smelter. Right now, we're concerned with the blast furnace. So, I'm going to get all of this stuff set up. Like I said, I'm probably just going to set up some recipes for all the other stuff because we're going to need these guys for both machines. So, it'll probably make life a little bit easier. And then we're going to have to look at making some gears with some of our new metals. Speaking of which, if we come down here, I've got these guys all set up. They are ready to be crafted into all of the dust and stuff like that. So we've got that. Wait a minute. Advanced blast furnace. That's the alloy smelter. We need titanium gear. And to get titanium plates, titanium ingots, we need... Oh, okay, never mind. I'm losing my mind here. All right, so blast furnace it is. Now, this is also going to be one of those crafts, and this is the reason why I'm doing this all today. I have nothing else going on today, so this is going to be, like I said, a lot longer of an episode. We need this needs. Let's go into our quest book. Blast furnace also is a multi-block structure. And get a heat source from resistive heater. So if we look at recipes for this, we need a SPS port and 33 SPS casings and 2 ultimate machine blocks. So that is going to be a lot of stuff. So let's do this guy first. And then we're going to need 33 of those. That's all going to go. That's going to take a while to do. And while it's doing all of that, I'm going to set up recipes for the rest of this stuff. So, I will be back. Alright, so we are back. Everything made and nothing was too bad outside of this part of it. Everything else, I just had to put recipes in and wait. We've got all of our SPS stuff. We've got all of our extra stuff. So let's head out here. How many channels are we using? We still got plenty of channels. So I don't know how big this guy's going to be. And it is not showing the hologram for this. Or does it go underneath? Well, that could pose an issue. Alright, so I figured this out. This was a little bit of a pain to figure out, but I figured it out. So you go on here to show recipes, and then you can click here to view the actual structure. So that is how you do that. So we can place this guy here. I do not see where the heater... Oh, wait, the heater doesn't go with it. So it's basically just a... cube shape. Like a so. And then with these guys filling up the rest of the space. Oops. And that should be ready to go. And then we need to give it heat, which I don't know exactly where the heat goes into it. That's working there. So I put it here. It is still going. So we need to figure this out because we need to get it to at least, if we look at the recipes on this, most of these take, fairly small amounts until you get into Awakened Draconium. It takes 47,000, which we don't need to worry about that just yet. But the Draconium needs 31,000 Celsius. So that is what we've got to look at right now. So let's see where this all gets us. Alright, so we're back. Looks like everything is going accordingly. We can pretty much do everything now except for the Draconium and the Awakened Draconium, and it's still warming up. I've got this thing set to where it is outputting 91,000 Celsius, and it's getting there. So we should be pretty well good to go once this finishes up. So the way I'm going to do this, if we look at the recipes for this, it's got 7 pages of recipes, and I'm pretty sure we're going to need most of them. So I've got it set up to where we'll put the patterns in each one of these. I may need a third one because that is... Wait. That's 18... It's 21. Yeah, we'll have to do a third one as well here. Matter of fact, I better do that while I'm thinking about it. Because it's basically what it'll do is it will output anything from these into... I've already got some cords. It'll output everything from the pattern provider into the barrel. The barrel will... I've got a pipe here to input it into here, and then I've got a pipe underneath putting it back into one of the pattern providers. Doesn't really matter which one. And it should work nicely. This only has a one whole spot, so we can just put whatever we want to into this barrel, and it's going to take it out one at a time. So that should be good. We're up to 23 of our channels. We've still got enough room to do our blast furnace. Not our blast furnace, but our alloy smelter. Let's get this back up. So blast furnace is done. That's going to give us 2 more SPS casings. And then now the alloy smelter. We need... And I promise y'all, once we get this guy set up, we'll be done today. We are not doing the components assembler to finish this off. So, the alloy smelter. We just need to do the ultimate smelting factory. We've already got recipe for the induction smelter. We've got recipes for everything else. The only thing we don't have is the gear and the titanium gear, which we've got titanium access now. That doesn't use very much. So we'll be able to use our first recipe for this. So let's get this going. Alright, so we're back over at the blast furnace. I had set this to 10,000 FE a tick, and it was not enough to get us to the 31 mark. So I'm still trying to get there, but I do have, we are going to be using our first recipe on here. And I wanted to make sure that it was going to work. So I need 2 titanium gears. And it is working. It's going in. It went out. It's not very fast. We're going to have to wait for it, but it is working. So that is great. Let's go check our power while it's running. Yeah, we're getting close. We're within 4 million now. But we got one of the two. And there's the other one. Awesome. So the only thing left for this guy now, I've got all the other stuff, is I need the ultimate machine block. This guy right here. We need, go ahead and get 3 of those, because we need 1 for the recipe and 2. Uh-oh. We are out of lead. I guess that's something we need to get going. Let's do that. This guy's not running anymore. Let's throw lead in there. And give it a minute, and we should be good to go. Yep, we got enough now. So there we go. Alright, so we've got our 3 ultimate machine blocks, so we are good to go. What isn't right? Iridium gear, titanium gear. Oh, heat generators. That's what I do. So this one goes away. This one goes away. And then I need some heat generators. Those won't take but just a second to do. 2 of those. That guy there, and there we go. There is our alloy smelter. And we are done with Veydtech. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about this guy. It is... The biggest reason is we've got to make our way through Sky to do this, and through some of our other gears, so we'll worry about this at a later time. So let's go see about getting this guy set up. We needed a 3x space. Right there is a nice little 3x space. So 1, 2, 3. That's not going to give us a whole lot of room here. So show recipes, structure. The structure is the exact same. So let's get this guy set up. Doop, doop, doop. That guy. We need our 2 ultimate machine blocks. And boom. There we go. That should be all of them. We should be ready to go with this. I may have goofed because I'm going to need... No, I think we'll be alright. So we need to give this guy some power. There we go. we're going to need to give this guy some heat. We can move that a little bit closer. And then we need to give this guy some power. And we'll set this guy up. I don't think we have anything that requires a ton of power. No. Basically 4,000 is enough, so let's stick with 3,000 FE a tick. That should get us more than enough. And then all we need to do is get us everything set up for the recipes. So let me get that. All right, so we're ready to go here, and I have not tried to see if this will just straight input and output. Well, we're going to try it. So we're looking at the WCU ingots, and it does not. Well, I say it does not. We're got to wait for the tungsten. Okay, it does input. We just need to get it to output. Awesome. So that helps things out a little bit. Let's go down here. I can handle that part of this. We've got item pipes. We've got upgrades. We've got everything we need to do this. So let's get her done, and let's get this recipe, or get this over with. So there we go. That is crafted. Now, why did I choose that recipe? Because that is what we need the gear for what we need for the Wyvern core. So we've got that part set up, ready to go. We have all of our Veydtech stuff pretty much done. We still got a few more things to, a few more fluids and blocks to get going before we can get before we get very much further. But for now, we're good to go. So with that, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Sorry it was so long. I will see you guys next time. Bye.